Hey guys, it's JaaackJack and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I want to share with you guys a handful of different hairstyles you can do if you are like me and you have overgrown hair color and it just looks bad. It just looks bad. Let me just turn around and show you what it looks like from behind. Like, this is what other people are seeing. I mean, look at like the obvious line of where my hair color, like, the growth starts. It's pretty obvious, it's pretty bad. There could be a number of reasons why your hair color is a little overgrown. We're in the middle of a pandemic, can't get an appointment, money is tight, you're lazy like me. Whatever it may be, these hairstyles are going to help cover that. So you're good to go for a little longer until you can make your next hair appointment. I was thinking of straightening my hair for this. And if I straighten my hair, ooh, it's even worse. It's even a more obvious line of like my natural hair color and my colored hair. Like it's even more obvious if I straighten my hair. But I'm not straightening it simply because I'm like sweating. It's like a million degrees today. So the first hairstyle I wrote them all down. Got my little notes here. The first one, we're gonna do 2 little braids here at the side. And we're gonna pull them back and it's going to hit exactly where like the color is. So this could like differ for everyone depending on where your hair color ends. So yeah, let's start with the braids. So you just want to start off by grabbing a good little section in front of your face. I am gonna leave my bangs out, so just kind of ignore that for now, but grab a good section and just create a basic 3-strand braid. If you want to be fancy and go all out, you can do like a fishtail braid or whatever you want, but just make sure, like, whatever braid you decide to do, as you're braiding, you're kind of pulling it back in the direction that your hair is gonna go, so that way it just looks good once we style this and pull the braid back. Once you secure it with an elastic, you can go ahead and tug the braid apart just ever so slightly so it has a little more volume and shape to it. And now we're just going to do the same thing on the next side. So now what you want to do is take the 2 braids and pull them back, and we're going to join them together with a hair tie. And this part, like, you can make it higher if your hairline or hair color ends like up here, or you can make it lower. And so I'm going to keep mine lower since you can see like my color is kind of like the top of my ear right here. So that's where I'm going to keep this. And then you can just grab another hair tie to secure those back. And that's it for hairstyle number 1. So moving on to hairstyle number 2, this is going to be a half up messy bun. Again, we're going to make the hair, like, we're going to create a hairstyle that hits right at the color line. So like, it's obviously you have like your roots and then you have like the colored hair, but like having a style that kind of just hits that line, it just helps it look a lot more styled, a little more intentional, and it just helps kind of mask that obvious color line, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go from my ears, grab the top section of my hair, and again, roughly around like where the hair color line is, I'm going to take this hair, twist it around, and create a loose messy bun. Let me go bobby pin this because I forgot to bring bobby pins, and I'll be right back. In my book, you can never go wrong with a messy bun. Like, the messier, the better. So here's what we got once it's all bobby pinned. And because we're wrapping our hair around in a bun, it kind of adds more like color and texture around the bun, so it actually gives a really cool look. Okay, this next hairstyle is definitely one of my favorites, and it's a high volume half pony. So what we're gonna do is grab, like, start from the bottom of our ears and just bring our thumbs straight up on our crown to grab a big section like this. You wanna pull the hair back, smooth it down, and I'm going to style mine with a little bit of bangs out. Feel free to style this however you prefer. I'm just gonna bring some of my bangs down to frame my face. So now you want to take this and you want to take a more sturdy, thicker hair tie. We're going to tie this right at the top of our head, like so. These are my bangs. that I didn't pull out that are now sticking straight up. Okay, this one is so fun. I've always thought of this hairstyle like kind of like a poodle hairstyle, but it works. And the reason this hairstyle works is because it's actually bringing your hair color up. So like your hair color went from here down, but now because of this hairstyle, your hair color actually starts up here. And it just like gives that illusion that you've got fresh color, even though you really don't. I feel like a lot of opso with this hairstyle. But this is a super quick and easy way to cover up your overgrown hair color. So hairstyle number 4 is going to be a French braid or Dutch braid, whatever braid you like doing, but we're going to basically just braid all the way down the back of our hair, and this is going to super like mask and hide our very obvious hair color line, because we're wrapping and twisting the hair into a braid, and it's gonna look really cool. So this is like the perfect hairstyle to do if you're trying to hide your overgrown hair color. I have a detailed tutorial on how to do a French braid and a Dutch braid. I'll leave both of those linked below for you guys in the description box if you want to check those out. But here I'll just kind of do a little speed through so you can see me braiding my hair and the effect that it gives. Like, it totally hides that very obvious line. So definitely a great hairstyle to do. And my 2 tutorials that I did on the French braid and Dutch braid are very like detailed tutorials. So I'm hoping it can help you guys if you are struggling with doing a French braid or Dutch braid. And ta-da, that is it for hairstyle number 4. So probably the easiest of all of them is to just cover it with a hat. These wide brim hats are definitely my go-to and my favorite for hiding my very obvious hair color line. So you really don't even have to do anything. You can curl your hair if you want, straighten it if you want, but then you just place your hat back. I mean, you could wear your hat forward, but it's best to have it back so it's hiding that back part, you know? The front isn't so obvious, you know? Especially if you have like some face framing pieces, it gives a little more dimension to your hair, so it's not so like the eyes aren't so drawn to the obvious color difference. But the hat covering the back of the hair is definitely a good secret to hide your overgrown hair color. So for the next one, we're going to do kind of like a twist braid. If you don't know how to braid, this is going to be the one you're going to want to do. So with this one, it may look a little confusing and I do a terrible job at showing you guys, but it's a lot easier than doing the braid. So if you don't know how to braid, this would be a great one. So you just want to twist the hair in front of your face and grab more hair and just keep twisting. So you're like creating just a big twist. And once you get like to the back of your head and you can't reach anymore, just go ahead and bobby pin it or just like clip it out of the way, and so it stays in place, so you can go ahead and use your hands to work on the other side. And just do the same thing. You're twisting the hair back and just gathering a little bit more hair each time you twist. And once they touch in the back, you can go ahead and secure it with a hair elastic. And then I just kind of loosened it a bit so it sits a little bit lower, so that hides the hairline. And just for a little extra bonus, you don't have to do this, you can leave the hairstyle as is, but I'm going to create a little loop, and so I'm going to create a little hole in the middle of the ponytail and just flip the tail end of the ponytail through, and then tighten it and do whatever styling finishing touches you need to do. But that is it for this hairstyle. I also just really like how it looks in the front, how it gives like a little bit of texture right here. I don't know, I think it's very sweet. This one you guys are gonna love because it can't get much easier than this. We are going to create a classic high ponytail. And that is basically it. Just like the high volume half pony that we did earlier, we're raising the color up on our face. So when people like are looking at you, they see, you know, all this root color, all this dark root color framing your face, and then your bright color, like your ends, are a lot brighter. But when we do this high pony, like such a simple hairstyle, it's creating the illusion that our hair color is actually a lot higher. So the ends of our hair are like framing our face now, like this is where the color is. So it just looks a lot more fresh, and obviously you can't see where the color ends. So this is a great one just to mask your overgrown hair color. A simple high pony. That's it. So I have my bangs and my face framing pieces. We've got the high pony, and I gave it some volume here because I don't like tight ponytails. And there you go, hairstyle number 7 to hide your overgrown hair color. And lastly, for hairstyle number 8, this is probably the best way to cover your overgrown hair color, and it is to curl your hair. I know it's like a million degrees, you can probably see how shiny and sweaty I am, but we're going to sit here and curl our hair. So the curls add texture, and that's what you really want. You want texture to hide the straight line. You want to stay away from straight hair if you're trying to hide your overgrown hair color. Having some curls, it kind of changes the levels, like especially if you do like some super tight curls, some loose curls, like there's a variety. It changes like the line of where your hair color ends. So that's why curling your hair is the best method to hide any sort of hair color boo-boos. Why do you think they curl your hair every time you leave the salon? It's so that you look like $1,000,000, even if your hair color may be a little funky. Curling it will just instantly make it look good, I'm telling you. And to take it up a notch, Gen Z look away. But you want to do a side part. Yes, a side part. It's going to help even more, because see, you'll look over here and see like, oh, the hair color ends like about here, but then on this side the hair color is so much higher. Like look, there's hair color right up here. Styling your hair in this way makes it look like your color is fresh, even though it's super overgrown out, and bada bing, bada boom, you are done. So that's gonna be it for this hairstyling video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments which hairstyle was your favorite, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!